Recently we had the pleasure of meeting the most delightful 17-year-old boy called Hasan. Hasan had one true wish, and that was to see and be with his beloved grandma. A wish that seemed relatively simple, right? But no, because we soon learnt that grandma lived in Bangladesh. We went about thinking about how could we make this wish happen. This interview you're about to watch is with Dr. Angela Craig. Dr. Craig is a paediatrician from the Hawke's Bay, and she was instrumental in helping us make this wish happen. Angela talks about the impact of the wish and the magic created for Hasan and his family. Enjoy.
The Make-A-Wish got set up with Hasan obviously when he was still in Auckland under treatment, and then he came home to Hastings to be with us, and at that point he ended up with us for over 3 months in hospital, mainly because there was nobody to care for him at home because his family. Effectively, Hasan lived with us in hospital on the paediatric ward in Hastings. We know that kids need to be with their families, they need to be with their friends, and they need to not be in hospital. For Hasan to be able to have his grandmother come out, the crux of it meant that he would then be able to go home and be cared for at home. We really, when he came home from Starship, we really didn't think he had long at all, which is why we, in the initial month or so, we didn't try very hard to get him home, because it really, we didn't think that was going to be possible. His disease was very rapidly progressing at the start of the year, and it was very rapid. And then we haven't seen that progression, and we haven't seen the rapidity of the disease over the last 6 months. I can't explain.
No, I don't think anyone can they? No. And you as a doctor saying that you can't explain the last 6 months.
So, but we can say he's been much happier. He's been full of life, and and we can only say that because he's been home, and that was because Make-A-Wish brought his grandma out. The change in his demeanour and hope for the future just changed his whole approach with that.
When I met him first in July, when he was in Starship Hospital, and the nurses, everybody, like Hasan became part of all this in a big way, and I could see as soon as I walked into Hasan's room, he was so well loved, and everybody wanted to, the nurses, social workers, everyone wanted to do their utmost. But nothing is as great as family that love you. Make-A-Wish is all about capturing that one true wish, and that was totally Hasan's one true wish. When I look at the photos of him with a smile on his face, and when I see the beautiful photo shoot that was done in November of him and his grandma, words, I can't even put it into words, like the impact, and I'm sure you would agree, the impact of Hasan's wish has been massive.